Here we go.
Yeah.
Into the first
We'll
match.
see.
Mammoth Fortress, nothing silly, nothing crazy, no King's Pass, no Blackguard. Solid stage, one platform. LDZ opens it up with an arm combo, finds the horn, calls in a weapon. It's the spear. EXO has the sword.
Let's see. I know EXO likes to play a bit more passive against LDZ sort of playstyle. He sort of waits for them to try to come in with a nair and punish with a Sair or something. But it doesn't seem to be working as LDZ is finding the openings he needs, getting a lot of damage on EXO.
Went for that signature gravity cancel side sig that LDZ likes to do after he finds a recovery, but EXO is able to return with a D-Light side air, and LDZ might be able to jumps. Yeah, he is. He's got no way back onto the stage. EXO is able to hit him enough in the side of the map to be able to completely destroy him, and EXO takes the lead.
Yeah, wow, that was a very quick turnaround by EXO, quickly getting the kill on LDZ. That's pretty huge. That's like exactly what EXO wants. I feel like if EXO's in the lead, it's going to be hard for LDZ to fish his way back in. EXO just is playing really carefully and safe right now.
LDZ tosses the spear into EXO's face. EXO holding on to the sword. LDZ goes for that down signature, trying to do whatever he can to end EXO's stock and even it up 2-2. He hasn't taken much damage himself yet. EXO playing on the side of the map, waits patiently, gets that side air. LDZ doesn't go for the ground pound, waiting for EXO to recover, staying on the platform, but EXO's able to get back on stage with a nair, well-placed nair from EXO, preventing LDZ from ever having an opportunity to get back in, and the D-Light side air sends LDZ to the side of the map. No, that recovery barely clips him and kills him off the top.
Gosh, that's the most frustrating thing ever when you get tipped by the Katara recovery. Because it feels like it shouldn't kill you, but it has the amount of force that a normal recovery has. But EXO does have a decent lead, but he's quickly losing it as LDZ finds this the Katara move on.
Ooh, LDZ playing onto the guitars. Goes for that neutral air. EXO tries to hit him with the neutral air himself, and LDZ is actually able to get that neutral recovery combo, bring him back into the orange. EXO goes for that side signature. LDZ is just dancing on the side of the stage. This is such a common position for these two players to be in this match. EXO just staying on the side of the stage. That down sig was so risky. Just trying to read LDZ for dodging inwards, I suppose, but EXO finds himself deep into the red. LDZ ready to kill at a moment's notice. There's the sidelight. Both players being really afraid to go for anything, except for random signatures that get themselves punished. But there's the side air, sends EXO flying, the horns tossed off the side of the map. LDZ still holding on to the guitars, goes to the recovery, doesn't connect. And the side sig actually does hit EXO, trying to jump over it, and doesn't work.
EXO seems to be having massive issues dealing with LDZ's cars right now. He seems to be getting hit by everything and not being able to punish anything. And it's the big reason this is happening is because EXO is so heavy on the punish game right now, or he's trying to be, but LDZ is really good at playing these safe guitar moves that don't get punished. You have to find ways to open up the opportunities yourself. You can't wait for LDZ to make a mistake, because he plays so solid with these guitars.
The ground pound actually just smashing LDZ in the face, didn't dodge through it, found himself in a position where he couldn't get himself off the stage safely, and X was able to take that stock, but only after being sent into the orange. LDZ tries to hit him with the neutral of his own. The bomb just straight up connects with EXO's face, sends him into the red, and LDZ is getting ready to take game one from EXO.
LDZ is waiting for the get up, but EXO's smarter than that. But wow, the neutral state coming out from LDZ really pushing EXO into super high kill percent. Side air might even kill right now.
Ooh, LDC just waiting patiently for EXO to come in, hits him with that neutral light. Still playing very slowly, just bringing this match down to a pace where he can actually watch what EXO's movements are. EXO gets in with a few hits, but it's going to take a while before Queen Eye is brought into a kill percent. EXO holding onto the sword, dancing around, goes for that side light. LDZ tries to hit him with a side air and lands the neutral air. EXO sent below the stage once again, and LDZ is definitely not going to... Wow. As I say, that goes to that ground pound and gets hit by two nairs in a row. EXO's offstage nair game is beautiful, and a side light downer. Ooh, goes to the ground pound. The neutral air. He's brought this back. LDZ's back from the yellow into the red. The spike ball point blank into EXO's face. The recovery. No, EXO dodges out, but EXO's disarmed. LDZ has him below the map. Doesn't go for anything else. EXO goes for the ground pound. Weapon toss. LDZ doesn't continue.
Oh my goodness.
Both players are going for ground pound after ground pound.
Both players could win at any second.
LDZ holds on the guitars. EXO's just waiting for a weapon toss. Nobody wants to go off stage. EXO's just holding on to the wall. Guitars are thrown to EXO's face. He's back to the side, just waiting for the weapons. LDZ's like, you know what? I'm fine with that weapon being over there. I'll wait for the next one, and they're just hop. This is ridiculous.
EXO just really wants a weapon.
This has gone from being tense to just like it's gone too far.
No, this is exactly what it's all about. Either player at any point could just go for the ground pound. EXO goes for the get up at the same time.
Ooh, well, he
EXO
goes
just
to the
barely
ground pound.
dodging away.
Both players are just alternating ground pounds, so I think EXO screwed up. There's the neutral layer. EXO gets sent flying. Can he get back to the stage? LDZ's ready to punish. Gets hit by the recovery, and he is dead.
Oh my goodness. EXO wanted so bad for a weapon to spawn near him, but it just never came. It never came, and he wasn't able to.
It did, and every time it did even come close, LDZ immediately tossed it into his face.
It was such a close game. EXO actually was down for most of it, but he managed to make the comeback on that last stock. He played at his full level. I feel like he's going to be playing a lot better in the second game. He picks up Sir Roland instead of Bodvar, which is fine. I think he wants the extra
defense.
And
he's really only using the sword. He's really only using the sword against LDZ. The hammer didn't have any success at all. And now he's going on to the Great Hall. Maybe he's going to be able to use that lance for some extra throw game, similar to what we saw with Crocky, being able to use that lance against his opponent. But LDZ finds himself. Did he just die?
Yeah, that's called an LDZ. He does that sometimes.
Alright, EXO hits with the ground pound. LDZ goes for a weapon and finds the guitars. EXO holding on to the lance and he's just spamming the lance over and over again. I'm very salty for LDZ right now. LDZ finds the neutral light, however, into the recovery. EXO is able to punish with the signature, goes for that side sig. LDZ landing with the neutral air. EXO just chasing him off the stage with all these lance moves. Down air after ground after down air.
This game is a formality at this point. EXO, as long as he plays anywhere close to his normal level, will just take this with ease.
Ooh, and a weapon toss in LDZ's face. Goes for that recovery. Ooh, the ground pound doesn't quite connect, but he gets a recovery instead. LDZ holding onto the spear, gets a recovery onto EXO, is trying to end the stock, but he's already in the deep red. Any maneuver from EXO with a weapon will end it. But ooh, that ground pound forces LDZ low, but EXO doesn't get the ground pound response. And LDZ, despite that early stock club, is actually playing quite well. Neutral air comes out, goes the recovery. EXO hits him with the down air. That neutral air having
EXO's going for a lot of this like risky stuff that he doesn't have to go. He could just play his like standard weapon game and destroy LDZ at this point, but he keeps going for the gimps because it's just so ingrained in his mind that that's how you play. But I mean, it's probably gonna work out just fine. Like unless he dies really early on his second stock, he should probably have this win in the bag.
Ooh, EXO doing excellent with that recovery. Yeah,
wow.
Just waiting patiently, holding on to the last second for that dodge. LDZ tried to go for that ground pound to punish and it didn't work out, and now EXO holding on to his first stock.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. We like to call EXO one of the more aggressive players. Like, we don't consider him very parry. But when it comes to money tournaments, EXO doesn't care how he plays. He will play however he feels is the way
to win against his opponent. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And you see, he does it in every money tournament. He plays like differently depending on his opponent. Like versus different opponents, he plays different. Like we saw him versus Exu, right? He was very aggressive versus Exu. But we see him versus LDZ now, and he slows the pace down a lot. He plays sort of with LDZ, and he just outdoes him at his own game.
Yeah, we were even seeing that when he was on Bodvar. And even though LDZ ended up taking that match, it was incredibly close. Goes for that side sig. EXO goes for the sword. First time I've really seen him hold on to the sword for very long in this match, and ends up throwing out those nairs that we saw so much in Game 1. At least he goes for that slide charge down sig. EXO immediately interrupts it with a nair. But EXO finds himself near kill percent. LDZ throws out 2 side sigs in a row, finds that side air. Will he be able to end the stock from EXO? Goes for that side air, another neutral air, sends him onto the stage, but EXO finds that side air himself with a lance, disarms LDZ, goes for the side sig, gets the down air. Ooh, tries the weapon toss, but LDZ manages to get through it and punishes him for picking up that bomb. But the ground pound? No, doesn't connect. EXO goes for a ground pound of his own. Wow, EXO playing really dangerously off stage. These neutral airs, a second neutral air ends EXO's stock, and LDZ, well, has the opportunity to bring this back, believe it or not. There's one neutral air. EXO finds himself on the side of the stage, and he finds it, even though he gets horribly punished by LDZ there, the recovery. Ooh, the ground pound ends it barely, but I feel like that would have connected.
Probably would have, but...
Oh,
yeah, okay.
One solid down air, slaps LDZ in the head. Sends him below the stage, and EXO takes game 2 with his Sir Roland, with a prominent LDZ to start off the first stock. We're moving on to game 3 in this winner semis match.
Right, so going straight to game 3, this will be really interesting. EXO bans Shipwreck and Blackguard, and we're going back to the first map, Mammoth Fortress.
And EXO brings
EXO
up...
actually pulling out Ada.
Ooh, I am terrified for EXO right now. Just considering how decently...
Guns.
Well, not just guns, but also, like, LDZ on Queen Nai is quite good at stock tanking. And,
for sure.
against the likes of Ada. I guess
EXO
Ada's got a lot of kill power,
play
however.
some really good guns. Yeah. Like, LDZ is going to be capable of killing EXO so ridiculously early, but EXO feels confident enough against LDZ to not care about that, and he just wants the guns, and this is his most comfortable gun character.
And we're seeing it already. 2 D-lights into a neutral light already. And that recovery nearly killing with that force box. There's another recovery. It's just absolutely destroying LDZ right now with these guns. Every time LDZ tries to get near him, he's just hitting him with some sort of gun move. The ground pound, that's the stock. Wow, you weren't kidding. EXO wanted the guns, and the guns are murdering LDZ's Queen Nai. He tosses every weapon away, finds the guns, and that's how you're going to be able to kill Queen Nai. With an attack power that high, with a legend that has the guns, EXO's going in. There's that cider to be able to bring LDZ already into some damage. EXO's not even in the orange. Granted, it won't take much to kill an Ada.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is he has to deal like twice as much damage to get LDZ into kill percent as LDZ has to do for him.
2 downers into a row into the GC neutral. He's so on point with those downers. Sends him into the orange already. There's the recovery, disarms him, but EXO's still not dead yet. LDZ goes for that down sig, but the platform actually moves him out of the way of being able to land it. Holds onto the spike ball, tosses it into his face. LDZ's on the side of the map, tries to go for a neutral air. Doesn't quite work out. EXO positions himself with a recovery to be able to hit a down air. Ooh, the weapon toss, however, LDZ goes for that slide charge. Doesn't quite work out. Another recovery. The guns, a neutral air, and a recovery. That's it. EXO takes 2 stock lead over LDZ, completely destroying him with these guns. LDZ is struggling to do anything in this match. There's the mine. EXO nearly jumps on it, but it doesn't quite work out. EXO holds on the gun. I wouldn't be surprised to see 2 down airs into a GC neutral light once again. Mine goes into the bomb. EXO clears the map of explosives, finds the guns, and LDZ is struggling to land.
Yeah, I mean, Katars, the thing with Katars is they're really short range. Like, all of the hitboxes are, like, right against... Oh, he misses the neutral air for EXO. But as I was saying, the guns have really far away hitboxes. Like, above them, they have Nair. Below them, they have Dare. To the side, they have Sarah. And those outrange anything Katars want to do. So you get a really good player like EXO on guns against LDZ's Katars. And what's he gonna do? He can't get close enough to deal damage. Whenever he tries to get close enough, he eats a Sarah or Nair or something.
Right.
And EXO just runs away with the game. He has more than a full stock lead at this point, and he's probably gonna win. Like, unless LDZ plays out of his mind.
Oh gosh, don't make
this is one of those situations. All right.
Oh, that's
but this is one of those situations where if LDZ could just play his spear comfortably, he would be in such a good position.